Hello, people. How you doing? I've been thinking about something that I haven't put on video, but I've got to put it up on video. Um, what we're seeing quite a bit today in news media, especially, and quite a bit on social media, where people have got their solutions to everything or their conception of what they're seeing and what's going on. And it seems obvious after their lips start moving that they don't know what they're talking about. And what causes this is something that is a defined effect in the human brain. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. And by definition here, it is a cognitive bias in which people wrongly overestimate their knowledge or ability in a specific area. This tends to occur because a lack of self-awareness prevents them from accurately assessing their own skills. Now, if you think about so much of what the talking heads are doing on television, you can probably see that this is pretty prevalent, because they go off and say, oh, well, this is happening and I know exactly what they should do. But they don't. They're reporting on their emotions, what's in their heart. What's in their heart, not what's in their mind. They don't fully understand it, but their heart tells them this is what should happen. Well, when you react on what the heart says, the heart will say something tomorrow. The head will probably keep saying the same thing tomorrow, depending on who you are, but that's more or less kind of how it goes for most humans. You feel something about something today, you gather more facts, and you get more information, and then your head says, this is what it was yesterday, but today it's a different thing. Now, that's one level of the Dunning-Kruger. What they do on television, what it seems to me, is that they start with that Dunning-Kruger. They get some facts and they realize, oh my gosh, I was wrong. But I don't want to sound like I was an idiot on my first show. So I'm just going to keep going with it, and keep going with it, and keep going with it. Which is what we had with so much of the news over the past 4 or 5 years with Trump. Whether it was intentionally malicious to start with or whatever, but it's all been proven that it was all fake. Right up to the Russians paying for American deaths in Afghanistan, fake. You see it a lot on YouTube, you see it on Twitter, you see it everywhere on social media. People go, oh my God, this should have happened, that shouldn't have happened. Like the latest shooting there in Chicago of a 13-year-old kid. People knee-jerk and go, oh my God, the cops killed a 13-year-old kid. But do they ask themselves, what's a 13-year-old kid running around at night with a 9mm doing? Maybe that is a question that should be brought up, or is that something that happens in every family across the country? Kind of doubt it. Never happened in my household. So, take it on its face, but the Dunning-Kruger effect affects a lot of people. I've got my opinions. I try to state that they are my opinion before people try to say, before I spout it and people say, you don't know what you're talking about. Because quite often, maybe I don't. Maybe I've got some common sense. Maybe I've gained a little wisdom in my almost 60 years on this planet. I don't know. But in my mind, a 13-year-old kid in Chicago doesn't need a 9mm late at night during the week. Should be a school night. Well, I guess his homework was done, and his folks said, here's a 9mm. Go out and cruise the streets. Got no idea. I'm guessing that the probability is there's a lack of guidance and the pushing of common sense on this child. Because if he had common sense, he would have put his arms out with the firearm in one hand, crouched down, put the gun on the ground, raised his hands up, and turned around. He would not have taken a bullet in the chest. I would about guarantee that. Because the cop shot because he was afraid. The cop was in the red zone. He was chasing a young, undeveloped mind, because 13-year-olds have undeveloped minds. It's been proven that they're fairly undeveloped until they're about 25 years old. So young minds don't make right decisions. There again, you can't blame the 13-year-old for not thinking, hold your hands out, put the gun down, raise your hands up, and say, I'm now unarmed, I'm turning around. Because he's a 13-year-old. So what the hell is the kid doing with a gun in the first place? Those are the questions that we need to address. Not why he was shot. He was shot because he was out doing bad stuff. It's been shown that he's got gunshot residue on his hands. He shot at somebody. Whether he killed somebody, well, we may never know. We may never know. Quite often that stuff is hidden. But the Dunning-Kruger effect. People jumping and saying, I know exactly what happened and the cop was bad. You don't know. You don't know. Anyhow, just had to get this off my chest. I'll go ahead and throw this up everywhere, and hopefully no one, or hopefully someone does, question my thoughts. I need to be checked. I don't think I'm the end-all be-all of anything. Hell, that's how I've learned my entire life. People questioning me. But I learned from somebody that knew more than I did way back when. They said, the only stupid question is the question that was never asked. So, there you go. Live with that, people. Now go out there, be a good person, and do some good in the world. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching.